With me is Ambassador for the Maize Cup, former footballer and now football pundit, Fabian McCarthy. Fabian McCarthy, good evening and welcome.
Good evening. Thanks for having me.
Fabian, it's been so long since I've been trying to get you into studio, but our times have never really quite met, and finally it's here. We're talking about the Maize Cup, and I want to check with you. You know, Amakosi are set to make their debut appearance at this cup. What does this do for Chiefs' preparation for next season?
Look, obviously for me, such tournaments is very important. It sets the tone to see when you're coming from the break, how are you preparing, how are you getting ready in terms of players, their own fitness, teamwork on the coach's side, in terms of what is he setting his target for the season. And this tournament, people will say, yeah, it's just a cup in the Northwest in Bokone Bophirima. But there's so much a team can take from participating in this cup, and also even go on and win the cup, and also go back and say, what did I do? What did the team did right in this short space of time of 2 weeks of preparations? Now we use that as a stepping stone towards the rest of the season. Winning this cup is saying it's good, but how do you win it? You need to unpack it. As players, you look at your personal performance. As a club, as a team, the coach must say, now what is the next one? There's other pre-season competitions, but the main one is starting when the season starting, when there's the top.
Okay, now this tournament has had its ups and downs, Fabian. We've last year, like at some point, it had only 2 teams taking part: Platinum Stars, Orlando Pirates. This time there are 4 teams. Township Rollers from Botswana. It's not their first time in the mix. What's the plan with this particular cup? Is it the plan to grow it to more teams? Is the plan to grow it to have more people at the stadiums? What's the plan? Because right now we've seen the Kosafa Cup. It's in the same area and it's completely empty. What is the plan to make this cup popular and have people there, people attending?
What the plan is, I mean, obviously we only have Platinum Stars in Bokone Bophirima, which is my home province, you know. Yes. And obviously on the other side of the KK district, where Orkney, Klerksdorp, Potchefstroom is where the Maize Cup is happening this year. And what our leadership do, you know, from the Honorable Premier down to the Honorable MEC, all of them, they're trying to bring the game to the people, because you know, stars are being born in Bokone Bophirima. So that's the whole main aim, to bring the teams back there. I mean, for my former team to be part of it, I was so happy to hear the announcement today. And last year with Pirates, there was a bit of a thing. Aces were being sold. Aces was part from the beginning of this tournament 2 years back when it started. Township Rollers, as you mentioned, is back again. Free State Stars, they've been using the Orkney Stadium for the past season. They got something going with the municipality from that side of Klerksdorp. And I mean, obviously, Platinum Stars is the team, the only team in the province, and I think the province need more teams. Maybe not in the top league, but in the NFD, because in the lower league there is plenty of teams, and I'm sure there's more stars to shine even better than the likes of, you know, my co-ambassador, senior Phil Masinga, Jacob Siteve is there, myself, you know. Thanks to the leadership or the sponsors or the organizers for choosing me again. And you know, it's an honor for me and I'm enjoying it. I'm going out there, meeting people, greeting them, and I just want to say thank you to them, because that's where I'm coming from. Those are the people that supported me, and what better way to go back and say thank you.
Very good that you've brought that up, that you're plowing back into the same place where you come from, people that supported you when you were still up and coming, and now that you're in that space where you're able to give back, you're doing exactly that. Can you give us an idea of what can be expected from a fan point of view in terms of the tournament? In about a minute or so, can you give us an idea, entertainment, that, you know, other amenities and facilities that people will get at the tournament?
Look, there's so much you can do, and this venue actually it's special to obviously my former team because of the history of what happened in the past at the same venue. So those supporters of both teams, I mean, even the other team that participated last year, you know, they can also come out and support. Bring your whole family. I mean, tickets is 20 rand for children, 40 rand for adults, and you are spoiled for choices. There will be a lot of entertainment, young, old, big, small, colorful hair. Come out there and let's fill the stadium because it's going to be a good day of football in Orkney. But unfortunately, there'll only be one winner. And I hope it's some team that will taking part and will take it.
I suppose you're not going to mention which team you're hoping it's going to be.
I think let's leave it at that.
Viewers. Leave it for the field. They'll do it on the field, right? Fabian, let's talk about other happenings around the world of football, because there's been some very big news coming out of the world of football. None more so than Teko Modise. Mamelodi Sundowns has chosen not to extend his contract, that 1 year option on his contract. He's 34 years old. Where does he go? What happens to the general at this time in his career?
Look, obviously it was the sign to say that he needs to think above or beyond Mamelodi Sundowns. It just said that closer to your renewal of your contract or your extension, that's when you get the news. But my advice for the general is that he needs to go to a team where the coach will understand him. The coach will use him in a way on and off the field to build the spirit and to contribute to the team.
I'll jump in quickly. Where do you think he should be going? 2 clubs, you think?
Look, where he's going to get game time, or if he doesn't play, he must understand that he has to do a lot off the field of play in terms of building that team, making a difference, adding what he's learned at Orlando Pirates, Bafana, Mamelodi Sundowns, share it with the youngsters, be open to them, bring him under his wing, lead by example, because who knows, that season might turn out to be good for him, that he can get into coaching or get into management. And it's very sad. I don't like to see when people make a fuss of the age. Don't look at the age. Look at the player
and the capabilities.
Bring him in as a coach. Is he going to fit into your plan? How am I going to use him? You don't have to play him every game 90 minutes. Use him to the good for the team, for the brand, and for himself to stay relevant in the game.
Talking about staying relevant, talking about players becoming coaches, Fabian McCarthy. He's taken a big step. He's got the credentials. He's taken a big step. He's now in the PSL, coaching a team that was competing for the league last season. What would you say to Benny, as a former player yourself? What would you say to Benny as the things that you think he should be focusing on to keep the momentum going and get himself to bigger heights?
Look, obviously it's in his hometown. What a better way to start your coaching career off. Don't change too much. Take from where Coach Eric Tinkler left off. Bring 1, 2, 3 in. That will help you. Keep the spirit. Build it even stronger. But know what the ultimate is. They finish third. If you finish second, if you challenge again or get into cup finals or win another cup. And obviously, Cape Town City, I think the support space has grown tremendously over 24 hours when the chairman made the announcement. So it's good. And also they're bringing in big name players from the city, so that they can compete with their neighbors.
Fabian McCarthy, thank you very much. I really appreciate your thoughts on some of the other football happenings, but definitely hoping that your role as ambassador to the Maize Cup out in Bokone Bophirima, that is successful. We're hoping for a successful tournament out there, and thanks very much for plowing back into where you come from.
Look, it's always a pleasure. Like I said, there's no better place than going back to your roots and try and give back the little you have or share. But the main thing is the respect. I always show respect to the people of Bokone Bophirima.
There you have it. Fabian McCarthy, ladies and gentlemen, giving us an idea of what it is that we can expect from the 15th of July in Bokone Bophirima as the Maize Cup gets played between some teams that will be vying for top honors and making sure that they prepare well for next season.